And set-top boxes, and Laura, you wrote during the week that the budget was about class wars, set-top boxes and broken water glasses.
You could be forgiven for thinking it was about
forgiven for thinking that. And it was, in part, about the set-top boxes, and we'll hear now from Julia Gillard and Tony Abbott.
Now, I know from being at home with my mum and dad, I had the opportunity to see them last week. They're in their early 80s. They are not great adapters to new technology, that's the truth. We sit there with my niece and nephew and they look in absolute wonder at the iPad and they've got no idea how to operate it. Well, poor Australians, full rate of the pension, not necessarily able to adapt themselves. I'm not, as Prime Minister, going to have them wake up the day after the digital switchover with no TV.
Government will spend $350 on each pensioner's set-top box when Gerry Harvey can supply and install them for just $168. Perhaps this program should be called Building the Entertainment Revolution. Mr Speaker, pensioners and self-funded retirees deserve better than this.
And the government's response to that was, well, if Gerry Harvey can do it for $168, please put in a bid. And if he's got 1 million of them, he can take care of it. But I guess inevitably they were going to come at the government on this because of the record on other schemes.
Yeah, I just wonder why we're spending lots of money on people on getting their TVs fixed up. Like as Julia Gillard says, she's around at her parents' places. Why don't the kids, they're perfectly capable of helping them and all of this, and spending more money on these sort of things, particularly when a government's been through such disasters as the home insulation program and the solar panels schmozzles. This thing, it's, presumably they've got it more under control, but you can easily see how it could get into disasters, and it's just spending more money when I don't really think what we should be doing.
They're sort of damned if they do and damned if they don't. It's a continuation of an existing program, of course, which hasn't actually, as far as I can tell, had any great dramas or concerns about it to date. But I take your point. The federal government getting into people's lounge rooms, onto their roofs, has not gone so great in the past. And you also sort of wonder, when you get down into that micro level, you get blamed for stuff. So we've seen in the coverage this week, old couples, they've got, not great modern tellies, they get a set-top box and then it doesn't work, and then it's the federal government's fault that their telly doesn't work. And really, I don't really see why the federal government is getting bogged down into that level of policy delivery detail.
And this is very much the lesson of the home insulation thing. That was older people, poorer people. It was getting contractors who the government had a very loose relationship with and couldn't control the quality
of. To be fair, in the design of the program, they've made a lot of changes that have obviously meant that they've learnt from that, and one would hope that they would.
Well, no, but the fact that it has been going for so long suggests that they probably have a bit better of an idea how it's going to go. But let's face it, this government can't take a break on anything. Even the idea that's sort of taken hold, now that it's set-top boxes, they could just do without it, as well as the fact that it is a lot of money.